Long ago, in the golden heart of a mighty empire, there lived a high-ranking minister whose wisdom and reputation cast a shadow across the nation. They said that a single decision from him could shift the tide of war, quell uprisings, or calm a troubled throne. His words, calm, measured, carried the weight of mountains, guiding rulers and rival courts alike. With time, every movement of his hand, every glance of his eyes, reflected the poise of a man born to hold the fate of a kingdom. But in the hush of fading nights, when the candles burned low and voices had long gone silent, he would sit alone, staring at his hands resting on the polished desk, feeling a strange emptiness seeping in. Why is it, he wondered, that after reaching the peak of glory, something still feels missing? And so, one quiet morning, without farewell or ceremony, he set down the seals of power, closed the books of law, and went searching, not for more, but for understanding. He journeyed up into the mountains, toward a place spoken of in hushed tones, a reclusive monk who lived far from politics and praise. The monk gave no sermons, welcomed no followers, and entertained no debates. His world consisted only of a humble hut, an old clay teapot, and the quiet kind of wisdom that doesn't speak unless invited. The minister bowed respectfully and sat across from the monk on a woven mat. His voice still carried authority, but within it now lived a quiet ache. "Master, I have achieved nearly everything men are told to desire: power, respect, and a mind admired by many. And yet, each night, I feel no peace. I do not understand why." The monk looked at him with eyes like still water. Then, without answering, he reached for the teapot and began to pour. The sound of tea filled the space like a stream through an untouched forest, slow, deliberate, calming. The cup filled, then kept filling. Tea spilled over the rim, ran down the sides, spread across the weathered table, soaking into the embroidered sleeve of the minister's fine robes. Startled, the minister gently spoke, "Master, the cup is already full." The monk set down the pot. He did not glance at the mess on the table, nor at the man's damp sleeve. Instead, he looked the minister in the eyes and said, softly, "So is your heart. It is too full, full of knowledge, judgment, victories, fears, identities. There is no room left for anything new to enter, not even peace." The words landed not like thunder, but like a single stone falling into a deep well. No splash, only ripples that reached all the way to the bottom. The minister said nothing. He did not respond, defend, or try to understand. He simply stared at the overflowing cup, and for the first time in years,